Never really thought I'd be out in the cold like this. We have a ton of work to kind of get done. We're doing a full system exhaust. We're going to do an up map, Öhlins, steering damper, frame sliders, axle sliders, velocity stack. Down the line, this bike will become a dedicated track bike. I'm not gonna lie, man. I really, really like this bike. I might as well say it now. Good morning, everybody. It is a January morning. Fairly cold out. Quite a few things are happening at the very same time. It is in the middle of winter, and I am on the Aprilia. As you guys know, I am working on the garage. The garage is currently under construction. So I am heading to see my good buddy, JoJo, so we can work on the Aprilia a little bit and get some work done. Also, this gives me an opportunity to test out the KemiMoto riding gear, meaning the heated socks and the heated gloves, which is what I'm rocking right now. So far, so good. I don't even have the gloves on because they're insulated so well that I don't feel any coldness. It's about 36 degrees, 6 a.m. The reason why you see me on the road this early in the morning, we have a ton of work to kind of get done. So for starters, we're doing a full system exhaust, titanium SE Project exhaust. We're gonna do an up map. We're gonna do the Öhlins steering damper. We're gonna do so much more on this bike. I'm just, you know, velocity stacks, basically making it a sheer performance vehicle, because down the line this bike will become a dedicated track bike. And then after we get all the performance mods all dialed in, then we'll start focusing on some of the bling stuff that I usually love and like on the bike. What else are we doing? We're doing frame sliders, axle sliders. We're doing quite a, it's a lot today. On the docket, we have a lot planned. So very excited for this bike for next year. And to be honest, the bike sounds quite amazing alone without an exhaust, which is a rarity for a parallel twin. I guess not rarity for a parallel twin, just a rarity for a stock bike, for it to sound this good without an exhaust, without anything on there. But it definitely sounds the business without anything on it. So I'm very excited to see how this SE Project, and by the way, I don't think anybody in North America actually is rocking this SE Project exhaust. This is the S1 full system titanium. I've seen a lot of different exhaust systems on this bike, and so far so good. I have yet to see any S1s, and that exhaust took quite a while to actually get. And shout out to the boys at Motivation USA. You guys know the deal. That's where we get everything we need. Not even straight of pushing the bike in the cold. So you're probably going to see me chill out quite a bit. Really huge shout out to my boy JoJo. Really just taking the time to actually do this on a winter day. And shout out to winter also, because it's not snowing yet. It is not great weather. It is pretty cold. And I guess I've been in the ride about 20 minutes now. The gloves were not on, and I was more than warm enough. But I would say at this point, I could start feeling my fingers getting a little bit chilled. Not cold particularly, but you know, a little chilly. We're gonna turn on the gloves to level 1 for now. And what I'll do is probably just rock the bike on cruise control, keep it nice and subtle, and kind of coast through the ride. Really never really thought I'd be out in the cold like this, to be honest. I definitely want the bike to be up and ready by the time the season start. I don't want to be kind of taking it apart, so hence why you're seeing this. All right, let's turn these gloves on. There you go. Put it on green. And then we'll do the other. Turns are not going to be Rossi style. They're going to be more like Grandpa. I love the sound of this bike. So look, on my left mirror you can see the green is on. We'll get the other one on as well. Good little trick to turn these on. You can see the fact that I just turned it on. You can see both on the left and the right mirror. You can see the color that it's currently on. I have the left one on green, and then the right one I just turned on still on red. So let's kind of dial that down. Blue. I think blue is the right place to be in the... Okay. Currently both of them are in blue. Surprisingly, I'm not cold. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the adrenaline. I haven't ridden for a little bit because you know, the weather changed, you know. And I don't know if it's the adrenaline, but I'm definitely a little bit hyped. Let's kind of move towards the front here. I do like the fact that the bike is very bright. Could be seen very well. Definitely, the gloves are nice. There we go. We're gonna jump on the HOV lane and then kind of just hit the cruise control, really. I know I use my mirrors, but I also head check, guys, so I'm not gonna lie, man. I really like this bike. 100 horsepower, very lightweight, tons of features. And by the way, I know a lot of people say, why didn't you get a V2? Or Me Too, like I like to call them, because everyone are grabbing those now. But I'm more of a V4 kind of guy. But this bike is incredible for the price and what you're getting. And again, my overall goal for this bike is really to create a dedicated track motorcycle that's gonna give me lightweight, flickability. A lot's gonna be done. So we're talking about full system exhaust, up map, right? That's for start, steering damper, suspension, lightweight wheels. So a lot is gonna slowly crawl into the bike and really build this ultimate lightweight canyon carving, or I would say track carving weapon. And it's not running extremely hot unlike some of the competitors for what it is. And I think this is a great substitute for a 600, I think, for that class. And hopefully I could get my hands on a V4, V4S or something like that, or SV, SV2, something, who knows, down the line. And that would be my super bike. But this is what this bike is, man, and I love this bike. Every time I get on it, it brings me a lot of joy. It also makes me ride very different than my usual. I'm usually pretty choppy on the throttle when I'm on my Ducatis, you know, just hitting that power band and just rah, rah, you know, just going through it. But on this bike, I'm a lot smoother, really. I'm going through the gears and just like riding it out, and I love this bike. That's the only downside to the LIE. Lots of trucks. Actually surprised the amount of traffic that's on here today. But it's all good, man. Shout out to JoJo. I can't believe that he's working on the bike with me on a winter day, to be honest, man. Also, big shout out to KemiMoto. Those heated gloves are definitely hitting right now. I have it on medium mode. When I first put it on the first 20 minutes of the ride, it didn't need to be on at all due to the insulation. But over time, about like 20-25 minutes in, that's when I needed to turn on the gloves themselves to get, you know, the hands getting nice and warm. But for now, doing pretty good.